2009 Ford Fusion coming in for a brake pads and rotors, and CV axle on the passenger side. When you see your rotors like this, you have to change it because it's warped. Doesn't matter if you have a new brake pads, you have to change. Alright, so we're going to change the rotors on the back. When you see your rotors like this, you have to change it because it's warped. Doesn't matter if you have a new brake pads, you have to change the rotors. Alright, so now we're going to be removing 2 bolts on the back of the caliper assembly, 14 bolts. We'll be removing both of them, so don't remove the first one yet. Make sure you untie both of them and then you remove both of them at the same time. Once we got the 2 bolts out, just slide the caliper. We go back and forth. Oh, it's one of those that we have to spin. We have to rotate the brake caliper. Alright, so from here there's 1 and 2 bolts. You can use the socket on the bottom one. That's a 13 bolts. Alright, so we're grabbing a ratchet with extension. And this one has to be like at least 6 inches of extension. Oh, sabi nga. Same as the front ones, we're gonna have to use an impact hammer or impact screwdriver, but we're gonna use a T40 hex. Make sure it's in off position when you apply the hammer. Then grab your hammer, hit it here on the side. Don't hit it here because you might hit the, might damage this wheel stud. So just hit it here. All right. So the back rotor is thinner than the front, and it has the 2 layered. I'm gonna grab the new one, match it up. What? That's weird, it's not aligning. Well, one of them is aligning. Let me see if it's the right one. Oh, fuck. One is good enough.
This one.
Yeah, sure. Like this, put it on. Has to be in on position. Bam. All right, now we got the rotors. What we're gonna do is install the bracket back. All right, what we're doing now is installing the rotors. I mean the brake caliper bracket. Align it with the bolts. Hand tighten it first before using an impact tool. Oh. Yeah, I'll take it. All right, so I'm not gonna change the shim. I'm gonna use the old one since it doesn't even scrape. Just make sure you double check that it doesn't scrape. So to check it, spin it. Oh, why is it doing that? What the? Look what it's doing. It's like going back and forth. It's not even aligned. Hold on. Maybe this thing is like not even straight. Let's check out the theory. The theory right away. Let's see. All right, there you go. Yeah, it's good. I got this rear caliper compressor from Amazon. Orion Tech, Orion Mode, something like that. And it looks like this. It's a whole set. I think it's like 20 bucks or something. To use this, what you need to look at the caliper. And then get the proper attachment, the size attachment. This is what the size attachment for the piston. All right, this is the one. This one is number 7. If you guys gonna, so I'm gonna link all the parts that I use on my description, and if you guys wanna check that out. If you never used one of these before, what you need to do is you will see this part and this one. So put this plate inside of the compressor or the press. Once you have that in, it's gonna look like this. Then place the attachment inside the piston like this. Yo, all right, hold on. I think I'm gonna have to move my camera. Take this all the way so that it could fit on the caliper. Once again, lift the caliper like this. With the attachment, place it here inside the piston. Then place the decompressor inside and make sure that the press and the attachment are aligned. Not aligned, but once we got that part, we rotate the upper portion so that we bring the plate up and it creates that pressure. So we turn the handle counterclockwise while we turn the nut clockwise. To visualize it better, it's gonna look like this. Opposite direction. So you gotta press your piston slowly and gently. If you can't turn it, if you can't turn your piston, probably you might need to just play with it back and forth until it starts going down. If not, you might have a seized caliper. But let's not jump into that conclusion. So if you do come across that problem, let me know. So once again, to use this, make sure you have the attachment, the plate inside. This is the plate, the attachment. So the attachment, the plate, and the presser. So what you need to do is turn the handle counterclockwise or turning the nut clockwise. So you're gonna be turning it in the opposite direction. All right, once we get that pressed all the way in, what we need to do is remove the tool. So to remove it, to unwind it, we just need to take the nut counterclockwise. Loosen it. So if you guys find this video very helpful, like, subscribe, you know, the whole shebang. Give me a comment or something. Let me know how's your day going. Write it down in my comment section, man. All right, so that's how you press, decompress. That's how you decompress the piston, caliper piston on this. Maybe that's the max, so we'll check if that's the max. But that's how you rotate the piston with this tool. So when you're changing the rotor, you have to change the brake pads as well. Right. Slide it in. Same thing on this side, on the back. Okay. Let's not forget to service the caliper pins. Put some grease on each side. The bottom one has the rubber on it. The top one doesn't, but still put some grease and go with it back and forth. All right, then put the caliper, see if it fits. Okay, it fits. That's 13 bolt. It's actually 14 bolt. Don't know why, but 14. Alright, this is why I like to use an adjustable wrench, a low profile one, so I can slap it here in the middle or tighten the bolt. It kind of holds the bolt. Make sure you don't put too much torque, otherwise you're gonna break the bolt. Last thing is clean it. Alright, so that's how you change the rotors and brake pads on the 2009 Ford Fusion, the rear. Just repeat the same procedure on the other side. You won't miss it. Questions, comments, concerns, write down in the comment section. So I'm gonna link all the tools that I use on my description. just so you guys trying to find what kind of tools I've been using. The tools that I use, you can actually buy them from Amazon. So I'll put the link in my description if y'all want to get them. If you guys watched the entire video, appreciate y'all. I hope that this video gave you guys the knowledge that you need to know when changing your rear brakes and rotors. So I got to see what else I need to do in this car. I just did the front one, so if you guys want to check that out as well, appreciate it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.